Hey guys, I don't know if you can hear background noise, but I have a Skype call going on my phone and Jess is playing music. They can't hear me. I muted it right now because I wanted to do this and I didn't want them to hear me going blah blah at the screen for you just yet because I wanted them to wait and see this on their own. Also, my hair is kind of ridiculous. I just got out of the shower like about an hour ago, so it's kind of wet still and I threw on a random shirt. So I'm being really lazy. But I worked today, so I'm tired. And it's Super Bowl Sunday, but I don't really care that much about that much. I'm not really a sports guy. Um, but the reason why I made this was because I was thinking about it earlier today on the bus to and from work about every time I try a new character, the feedback I get. And then I was also thinking about, because I was kind of sad, because I get that way occasionally. I was thinking about this comic I saw a while back. Just two of them. One being, complaining, your parents and people you know in real life always complaining about why are you always on the computer? Why are you always blogging? And then they showed like the type of reaction they get from people normally, and that it's hurtful and mean and some of the things they say, and then all the love they get when they go online. And then there was another one that makes me think of my girlfriend a lot. That's specifically trans-oriented, where in the real world, it's like she, her, insert birth name here, my daughter, all that all the time, or you're not a boy, a bunch of the things that my parents say and do in my family, because I don't live in a trans-supportive home, even though I am. And that when they go online to see their girlfriend or their friends, they're like my handsome man, or, they go on about how perfect you are as a boy, or at least they use your right pronouns and your right name. And so I started thinking about that led me to think about a couple other things, and it got me on this train. There's this video, I don't know if you guys have seen it, I might link it in the description, I don't know, we'll see. It's called Why I Cosplay. And there's this girl and this guy, and they talk about why they cosplay. They talk about what got them started, why they stay in the community. So this is why I cosplay. And it's kind of similar to some of the things that they said, but right now it's being forced even more so because my escape from everything has been my blog. So I started cosplaying a couple years ago, probably now like 5-ish years ago when I was a freshman. I, at the time, was presenting as female. I went to a Christian camp and I was really into anime. And one of my friends told me that they weren't going to be at camp next year because they were going to do an anime convention. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And I'd been looking into maybe buying cosplay outfits. I didn't really know what they were, but I wanted to buy them as a costume for like a Halloween costume and then maybe wear them around. I was really into Vampire Night at the time, so I wanted to be Yuki. And I was like, well, maybe I'll save up some money. I was going to save up some money to get me and my friend a day pass. I was going to surprise her for her birthday. And her parents knew I was going to do it. And then they tell me, like, the week before con, that they, one, bought her a $200 cosplay outfit, and 2, bought her a 3-day pass. And I could only afford a day pass. So I spent my extra money because I still couldn't afford a 3-day pass. I spent my extra money on my first cosplay outfit, which actually wasn't Yuki. It was a Vocaloid. If you don't know what Vocaloid is, you should totally look it up. It's Japanese music. It's amazing. I was Gumi, which is where my bright green Tonks wig comes from. It's from my first cosplay ever. I went one day. I was hooked. I mean, my first cosplay ever was later on, technically. I mean, I didn't buy Gumi till the next year on my first 3-day thing. I just my first year with my friend, I got this out of order, I'm so sorry. My first day at a con ever, I wore a really shitty long blonde wig and then like a Halloween store kimono and tried to say it was a character, but I wasn't really. I was just like wanted to be there. So you don't even have to start out cosplaying to be in the cosplay community. I had people that told me they liked my outfit or wanted pictures with me even though they didn't know who I was, or said that I looked really nice or that I was pretty. Even though they didn't know who I was supposed to be or what I was trying to do, they could tell I was new and they wanted to support me. And so then the next year I was Gumi. I created a bunch of outfits. I bought one and then I kind of put together my own outfits for a couple too, based off a couple other songs. I got told that I was the prettiest Gumi anybody had ever seen, that I was perfect. And I did absolutely no makeup. You guys know how good I am at makeup now. I did not know how to make up at the time because I didn't wear makeup. Because it was like freshman middle school. No one taught me. I was not exposed to that kind of thing. And so I was wearing green eyeshadow and pink lip gloss. That was all. And then I kind of put some green eyeshadow in my eyebrows because her hair was green. I didn't know how to do eyeliner, nothing. It was green, pink, done. All it was. It was bad. And so from that point, I kind of got into it more. I got into a certain fandom that I'm not in anymore for reasons, but I'm not going to talk about it because it's not really important. And then when I started to want to get out of that fandom because I didn't really like the people in it, I decided, well, maybe I'll go back to Harry Potter. Because I'd wanted to cosplay Draco for a while. So I was like, well, Draco's not going to cost me that much to put together, and I still have this blonde wig from this old cosplay I'm not doing anymore. So I might as well just throw on some green, I'm Draco, and roleplay a little bit. I did it one day, had a little bit of fun with it, saw TT doing the blog thing. I'd followed them back when they did an Attack on Titan roleplay blog. And when I saw them doing Harry Potter stuff, I was like, yo, maybe I can roleplay with them. That'd be cool. And I didn't think they'd respond to me. They did. We hung out. And my Draco cosplay has evolved from there. I've made a million more friends. It feels like a million more. And I only started this blog in November. Like end of November. And it's early February right now. I have almost 1,000 followers. I'm like 40-ish away from 1,000. I don't know what I'm doing yet. I gotta figure out what I'm doing. Don't ask me what I'm doing. I'm trying to figure it out. But I'm really close to 1,000. And it feels obsessive and it feels unnatural and it feels like I shouldn't want this. But all I want to do is spend my time on the blog. I work all day for 8 hours, 5 days a week. And I made sure that I could get a shift that would end earlier in the day, just in case if I wasn't super tired, I could come home and cosplay. I made sure that I had Fridays and Saturdays off so that I could do stuff on the weekend and be able to actually hang out with you guys when most people are off. Because I know everybody else, mostly that's following me, still in school. I've morphed my life around the blog. Because I spent so much time doing it. When I first started, it was just, let's hang out. Because I role play on my phone all the time with my girlfriend and my friends occasionally. We paragraph or script style role play. And then I cosplay all the time, and it was an excuse for me to be able to get into cosplay when I couldn't go to a con or I couldn't go downtown because I don't live really close to a town or close to my friends. So I don't really have the access right now because I don't have a car to go places and do stuff in cosplay like I used to. So when I started doing it more, I realized I was creating a community. TT started it technically because they were doing the Harry Potter Ask blog thing and I joined them, and then Sparrow joined us, and I just kind of made more friends, and they slowly were like, I want to make one too, because they messaged me and we hung out and talked, and they made a blog and we ended up hanging out more. But it literally has made a community. It's created a safe space for me where I feel like I can be me, where at the end of the day, when I've been yelled at a call center job all day, or when I've, sorry, I think you're my parents, I'm going to be kind of quiet now, or I've been, listening to my parents say mean things to me all day about, being a boy, or throwing a fit about how I'm always on my blog. It feels like a safe space. It feels like somewhere I can go when I'm down and I can go on like this, or I can throw on a little bit of makeup and a wig, or even now because I'm doing Charlie because my hair is ginger because I dyed it, I can just throw on a little bit of makeup and be a character and escape. A lot of people, read and they hide away in that world, or they watch a show or something. But I want to be in it. I want to become it, even if just for a little while. I feel so accepted. I feel like I don't need to change, even though I change for it. It's really lame, but it's helped me through a lot. And I wanted to thank you guys like a ton of times. I know I've made a couple thank you videos, but I feel like when you guys look at me that have been following me for a little while, you look at the cosplay and you go, oh, that's really cool, and you talk about how awesome the character is, but you see Mo too. You don't just see Charlie or Draco or whoever. You see Mo behind it, even though my representation of the character might be really good. Or it might suck, I don't know. I'm assuming it's good because there's almost 1,000 of you. But you see me behind it, and you appreciate what I do, and you appreciate my work. And when I can't get on, or I don't feel like getting on, and I'm being lazy and tired when everybody else is online, there's no backlash. I've gotten no hate so far. It's just, it makes me feel so good to be a part of something like that. And I get messages all the time about how I make people feel better, or when they see my stuff on their dash, they smile or they laugh, or it makes them feel better, or they're struggling with something, and just having me there as kind of an entertainment and an outlet to make them feel better makes me feel really good. And it makes me feel better sometimes when I'm down to know that my content helps other people. If you need help, I'm going to pull a Markiplier and do kind of a thing that he did. But if you're a fan of him, then I'm sorry that you're going to hear this again. But I appreciate that I can help you, and I'm not by no means dismissing that that's, good, because it is good that somebody across the screen being silly and stupid can make your day better. And I'm glad that you see my stuff go, or whatever, whatever it may be, that, you're having a bad day and you're like, oh, look, it's Mo, and you feel better. I'm glad that happens. But if you're really depressed or you're in any way suicidal, go get help. It's cool. It's good to have an outlet. It's good to have something to help you with, but do actually get professional help. A blog is not a professional, as nice as it might be to have sometimes. So, give me 1 minute. There's parents. I'm waiting a second. I was trying to make sure that the door was closed, but I'm not sure it is. Anyway, I might make a longer version of this later. It's already kind of running out kind of long. And I don't really know what else to say. I had a lot in mind, but now I'm blanking on it. So as announcements for the end of this, one, I'm really close to 1,000. I don't know what I'm doing. I had some plans, but they're not going to work out in time. And I don't really have a lot of money right now because I need to save for a car and a couple other things that I need, and I'm trying to move out. So I'm trying to save to move out as well. I might be moving in with one of my bloggy friends, but I'm not going to tell you who it is until that happens. So I would like your suggestions on what you think I should do for 1,000 followers, for one. For two, on February 19th, I think. Yeah, February 19th, Friday. I'm going to Wizard World Comic Con in Portland with Sparrow. If you didn't already see the post. about it because she's posted about it a couple times. So if you're going to Wizard World Comic Con on Friday, because we're only going on Friday, in Portland, come say hi. I'm gonna be Draco. They're gonna be Harry. We're also planning on going to the zoo on Saturday and cosplay too. So if you're gonna be at the zoo on Saturday the 20th, come say hi. I would actually really love it if somebody came up to me and was like, "Oh my god, Mo," or "Oh my god, it's Ask the Boy Who Had No Choice." Like, if you recognize me, I probably will cry. So if you're going and you see me or you think you see me, totally just run up to me and say hi. Don't like run up and hug me. Please ask to hug me first. I'm chill with hugs, but I don't like people coming up behind me and hugging me or surprise hugging me. It's not a thing. If I know you, if I'm friends with you, or you're like my girlfriend or something, and I see you from across the way and I get all excited, I'm like, oh my god, I will run up and I will tackle hug you. But I have to make sure the person saw me, and they have to make sure they saw me too. We have to have made eye contact to do this, and then hugs. Also, I made my first Snapchat and an Instagram. If you regularly message me and you're buds with me, send me a message for my Snapchat because I'm not just going to give that out. As far as Instagram, I'll post it in the description. So, I love you guys, and I look forward to hearing your opinions about 1,000. Bye!